Hey, so this is my first live. I haven't done videos in a while. I've been kind of busy and I kind of got lazy. But I've been wanting to make this one for a little bit now because this is all about gas prices because gas prices have gone so high. And so we got to find ways to save money on gas because gas is taking too much of our budget right now, right? I've always done really well with my gas mileage, and that's what I just wanted to share with you guys. So I'm going to give you 3 tips, maybe a plus one. So we'll see how it goes. And so basically, here are my main tips on saving gas. Okay. So the first one's going to be how to stretch your gas longer. Then I'm going to share how to get cheaper gas. And then I'm going to share like a bonus in there as well. So, how do you get your gas mileage longer? Well, you up your gas miles per gallon. And that is easier to do than you think. So right now in my car, I'm averaging 41 miles per gallon. That's what I'm averaging. If somebody used my car, and I've had this happen, they would be averaging around 32 miles per gallon. So I'm getting 9 gallons, 9 more miles per gallon. So over the course of a gallon, a tank, let's say 10-gallon tank, I'm getting 90 more miles. So that's equivalent to like 3 free gallons every tank. That's going to add up over time. So it's not crazy, but if you think about it, if gas is all of a sudden $5 or $6 a gallon, you're saving $15 per tank. So that can add up. That's kind of huge. If you're filling your tank up every week, all of a sudden you just saved $60 a month on gas just by driving differently. Now, how do I drive that gets my gas mileage so high? Part of it is my car naturally gets good gas mileage. But like I said, most people in my car are going to be getting around 32 miles per gallon. I'm getting 41. And keep in mind, majority of my driving is street driving with lots of red lights. So it's not just highway driving. Here is my main way to explain it. Drive like a super old man. That's what I do. I drive really kind of conservatively, not to be safe, but to save money. If you think about it, a car is a heavy object, and so it takes a lot of gas to get it moving. But once it's moving and those wheels are going, it takes a lot less gas to keep it moving. So one of the ways that I get better miles per gallon is when I'm at a stop and I start going, I don't punch it. I actually creep really slow, just like an old man. I go really slow and accelerate as slow as possible. The other thing I do is once I'm already going, I build up my speed slowly, but once I'm at my speed, I take my foot off the acceleration as much as possible. Anytime that I'm going without accelerating, I'm moving without using gas. That is upping my miles per gallon. I have a little thing in my car in the window that shows me how many miles per gallon I'm currently getting at that second. When I start off the line in a red light and I move, if I punch it, I'm getting 6 miles per gallon. If I start out slow and go up slow, I'm getting 11 to 12 miles per gallon. Once I'm at, say, 35, 40 miles per hour, I'm going, then all of a sudden, if I'm not punching, I'm just barely using any gas to maintain my speed, I'm getting anywhere from 30 to 50 miles per gallon. If I take my foot off the gas and I coast, even for a few seconds, boom, it goes up to 170 miles per gallon. And so it's fun for me to watch that. It's fun for me to watch that little marker there that shows me how much better my gas mileage is when I'm not hitting the gas pedal. The other thing is when I'm on the streets, I look ahead, and if there's a red light, what I do is I just coast. I take my foot off the pedal and I coast, and I'm going 5 miles per hour as I get there. The people behind me sometimes get upset. Nothing I can do about that. But the funny thing is, they will get in the right lane, gun it by me, then gun it back in front of me, and then slam on the brakes. So they just used about 10 miles per gallon in the whole time I'm running about 170 miles per gallon. Also, it just makes no sense because all of a sudden now we're both at the red light at the same time. My perfect timing is when I get there and the light turns green. If there's 10 cars backed up, when it turns green, I still want to be kind of far away from that car because I want to be coasting into the car. And then I want to time it so I don't have to use the brakes. I want to time it so I don't have to stop. Why? Because 2 things. One, I'm getting better gas mileage as I'm coasting, and the longer I coast, the better gas mileage I get. 2, if I can time it right where these cars start moving before I reach them, then I've surpassed that crappy miles per gallon stage. I didn't stop and I didn't have to start over at the 10, 11. I'm getting 170. Then when I have to accelerate, maybe I drop down to 30 or even 25, depending on how slow I went. But all of a sudden, I'm starting at 25 or 30 instead of 6 or 10. That right there saves me. And the entire time I was getting 170, that helps my gas mileage overall. It does once in a while really upset some people behind you, but the main thing I look out for is if I'm going to block someone. What I mean by that is if there's 2 lanes and then there's a left turn lane here, I want to make sure I'm in the right lane. So if somebody needs to get to the left turn lane light that turns green before the main road, I don't want to block them because that's being a jerk. I don't want to be a jerk. I just want to save gas. So I drive really slow. I maintain my speed. I coast as much as possible. If it's a red light, literally, it could be really far away. I could coast at 15, 10 miles per hour for like a mile, 2 miles, well, not a mile, but, for like a few blocks for a long time. And the way I do that is by looking ahead. I see these people and they're just cruising by me all the time. And I don't get it. Because they're not saving time. They're not saving any time. They're just impatient. So the key to better miles per gallon is patience, slowing down, doing everything slower, driving like you're 150 years old. It's going to save you a lot of money over the whole tank of your gas tank. It's going to just save you. It really will. I actually think this is the biggest saver you can possibly do. Coast as much as you can, do all that stuff. When you're on the highway, get up to speed. Don't gun it up to 60 or 70, but slowly accelerate again. Slowly accelerate and then coast as much as you can. So if you're at 60, the less gas you use to maintain 60, the better. If there's a downhill coming up and you need to speed up, what I would do is let myself get to 55 as I climb because I don't want to use too much gas, and then right over the hill, all of a sudden I'll get to 70 without using much gas. And so a lot of it is don't press the gas pedal down as much as possible. And when you do have to press the gas pedal down, press it as little as possible. It's really about changing your driving habits and style. And it's about becoming more patient. The other benefit, this is my +1. The other benefit this will do is it'll save you money on brakes. My car is 6 years old. I have not had to replace the brakes yet. After 6 years, I still have the same brakes that came with the car when I bought it. Why don't I go through brakes as fast as other people? Well, it is because I am not using my brakes. Remember, when I'm coasting into the light, if I'm using my brakes, I'm stopping a car going 7 miles per hour versus a car going 30. That's going to save my brakes. 2, if I time it right, and this car goes before I even have to stop, I'm not using my brakes at all. So I'm using my brakes less, and when I do use them, I'm using them to do less work. So as a result, my brakes are going to last twice, maybe 3 times as long as most people on the road. That's another savings. Okay, now, the other way you can get better miles per gallon is by your tires. Make sure your tires are fully inflated, and if you want to get a little better gas mileage, overinflate them. There is a trade-off with overinflating your tires. If your suggested PSI for your car is, say, 34 on the front and 29 in the back, I would go 36 and 34 or something like that. What that's going to do is it's going to actually get you better miles per gallon. It's not going to be as big of the improvement as the old man method, but it is going to help. And when you combine the two, it's really going to help because 1, you're going to be able to coast better, and 2, it's going to just be more efficient. The trade-off, though, with this is it is possible that if you overinflate your tires, you're going to actually need to replace your tires sooner. So how much sooner? I don't know. I haven't done the math on that. I haven't done the research on that. But what you're going to have to do is figure out on your car how much your tire replacement are, how much quicker it would run down your tires. In my opinion, in the short term, right now, I'm overinflating more than I normally do because gas is so high. Yes, that's going to wear down the middle of my tires, but it's not going to be too bad. Also, my tires last fairly long because of my old man driving. So all these things sort of work together. So old man driving, overinflate your tires, not extreme, but every little bit helps. And then the last one that I'm going to say that's going to help you save gas is actually saving money when you purchase gas. So there's different apps that'll help you. I use Gas Buddy. Gas Buddy is an app that'll help me search for gas near me, and it'll show me the prices. So Gas Buddy is a way to search gas prices. If you have the driving app Waze, Waze works with Gas Buddy, so you can see if you're driving somewhere, maybe you know gas is cheaper in certain areas than others. For example, where I live, okay, I live in the South Bay of Los Angeles. I live in the city of Gardena. My mother lives in Seal Beach. My little sister lives in Long Beach. If I'm ever going to visit them, I know that it's cheaper to buy gas in Long Beach than it is in Gardena. So I will use Waze, and then I'll say along my route, show me the cheapest gas. And it will show me in Long Beach how far off the road and how many miles off the road and all that stuff. So Gas Buddy or Waze helps you find the cheapest stations. If you have a Costco gas station near you, Costco is almost always going to be the cheapest gas station in your area. If you don't have a Costco membership, find someone who does and give them money to buy you a Costco cash card. It's like a gift card. You can use the cash card at a Costco gas station without a membership, and there's no issues. If you're desperate and you don't have anybody and you want to use Costco gas because it's going to save you 10 cents a gallon or whatever it may be, you can pull up. I don't recommend this because it's really annoying, to be honest, but pull up. There's usually an attendant there and see if you can flag someone down. Or if you're an extrovert and friendly, you can pull up and say, oh my gosh, I can't find my card. Can I borrow your Costco card, to the person behind you in line or in front of you? Chances are they'll lend it to you. That's just another way you can do it. Or you can borrow somebody's card if you know somebody. But then if you know somebody, you can get the cash card. That is the way. There are also other apps. 7-Eleven is one of my favorite apps right now because they have such great deals at 7-Eleven with the app. But they're also going to 7-Eleven app is going to save you 11 cents a gallon. Gas Buddy app will save you money on a gallon. You can also get other savings on your gas purchases through different gas station apps. In general, you should never be paying retail price. What's listed, in other words, you should never pay that price for gas. You can always get 5 to 10 to 15 cents off the price of gas. I still generally go to Costco because I can get 11 or 15 cents off of Shell or Chevron generally all the time. But Costco is usually 20 or 25 cents cheaper. And so it's still cheaper for me to go to Costco. The only gas station that normally competes with Costco gas prices is Arco, and it's really hard to find any sort of app or anything that gives you discount prices on Arco. Plus, Arco doesn't let you, to get that price, you need to use cash, basically. If you use a credit card, they will charge you a little more. Whereas I can use a credit card at Costco and get that cash back or those points, helping my gas as well. So there's a lot of different ways out there to get cheaper gas, and people are advertising them like crazy. Check out the apps, even just Google different apps to save money on gas. The things I really want to stress are the other things. Driving like a super old person and overinflating your tires. And by far more than all of them combined, it's the old man style of driving that is going to save you. It takes some getting used to. It takes some guts. You have to be willing to frustrate somebody behind you. But as long as you're being aware and nice and not blocking people from turning left or right or things like that, if they get upset, they can just go around you. It's really not a big deal. And what I find is I'm seeing more and more people on the road doing the old man driving. So anyways, this is the cheap guy. It's just I did a live video because I don't have time to edit. I don't have anything, but I really wanted to get this information out to you. If you have other tips on saving gas, either getting better gas mileage or saving money on gas, please write them below for the community because we all need to work together to save. These gas prices are killing a lot of people, and I just don't want to see people, have to make decisions between gas and food or rent or whatever thing. So go ahead and try to implement these tips. If anything I said wasn't clear, go ahead and ask me a question down in the comments. I will definitely answer any questions you have to clarify. And with that said, good luck to everybody. I hope that these gas prices aren't too stressful. I hope it's not causing you to make too hard of choices. And hopefully this will pass soon. I know inflation in general is killing a lot of people. So that's what really prompted me to try to do more videos and to try to help people out. So this is the cheap guy. I hope it helps. Good luck to everybody. Have a great day, week, year, whatever it may be. Hang in there.